This week in COVID scams, the heinous trade in counterfeit medical masks. The Associated Press has reported that counterfeit protective masks have reached frontline healthcare workers in the United States. The masks purport to be N95 or K95 rated, but they are neither. Fake masks by the thousands are regularly being seized by Customs and Border Protection. And Health Canada has issued a warning to all healthcare workers in the country to avoid and watch out for counterfeit masks. Vendors in Florida inked $169 million worth of contracts with the state. The contracts had to be canceled. They weren't certified 3M resellers, and they couldn't deliver the products they promised. 3M filed suit against several brokers who jumped into the mask procurement game, offering high-priced 3M masks to state governments all over the country. This type of counterfeit crime is common when you have a product that people want to buy and it isn't available at the price they want it. The anti-cancer drug Avastin, which was counterfeited from 2008 to 2010, was only sold by a small list of distributors. During that era, criminals, including one criminal Canadian drug wholesaler, pitched physicians and clinics in 47 U.S. states a cheaper version of Avastin. These criminal wholesalers were not authorized Avastin distributors, but the doctors and clinics bought the drug for their patients for a discount because the cheap price allowed them to make extra money. Not surprisingly, some of it was fake. And to this day, we have no idea how many people in those 47 states succumbed to their cancer because they got fake medicine. So when a company like 3M says there's only a small set of wholesalers they deal with, going outside that supply chain is definitely asking for trouble. In West Virginia, officials ordered 50,000 masks from vendors. The CDC warned them on April 13th that because of the way the ear loops worked, they weren't safe for healthcare workers. However, even after one state agency discovered that they were counterfeit, they were distributed anyway. In fact, fake masks have reached frontline healthcare workers in California, Massachusetts, Virginia, and West Virginia. California, Massachusetts, and Virginia all pulled the masks from use when they received the warning, but a report from West Virginia indicates they are in use by healthcare workers in that state. They've probably reached other states too. This all really makes you appreciate the track and trace system we have for pharmaceuticals. We recently learned that FDA agents who seize counterfeit devices coming into the country sometimes have to ship them back to the sender. Why? Because the FDA doesn't possess the same seizure and destruction authority for medical devices as they do for medicines. Sometimes they can seize medical devices, but sometimes they have to return them to the senders. To remedy that, 3 members of Congress recently introduced H.R. 5663, legislation to give the FDA unequivocal power to seize and destroy counterfeit medical devices like fake masks and fake test kits. We at the Partnership for Safe Medicines recently endorsed this legislation, and you should too. Tell us in the comments or in email about how fake medical devices endanger you or your family, and we'll pass your message on to the bill sponsors in Congress. See you next week when we'll do a deep dive into the criminal world of fake online pharmacies and COVID-19.